Spicy Attic.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Attic. Episode number 3 is our third main long one. Talking about long one. Anyway, it's another story. We'll leave that to another day. So today we've got Jonny in with us today. Rodders' his brother, as you can tell. They look like bookends. No, twins is the word I was looking for. But they're not. Who's the oldest, by the way? Rodders, yeah, you can tell. Yeah. He's still got the Saddam Hussein beard
this
going on.
This is Drams, this is me chic.
So today we're not actually going to be opening a bottle today. We're just going to have a bit of fun, have a chat with Jonny, just ask a few really random weird questions. But what we will be doing is we'll be having some of our little mystery drams. We've actually got a little lineup here. I don't know if you can see it here. Look, we've got a little lineup of peated drams for these boys, and we've got my bag somewhere.
It's not all your bag. Jonny can get unpeated.
That's the unpeated. They're the ones I like. These boys can have these. Also, there's a gift for you there, Jonny.
Oh, thanks very much.
Thank you for coming in the attic. So you've got yourself a little personalised glass, and that's what you can drink out of today.
Yours is nicer than yours.
Yours is nicer. I've actually refined the engraving on it and all sorts now. So yours is better than ours. But
we've got a font. We've just got
this is what we'll probably do is we'll hopefully, as people come up into the attic as a guest, we'll hopefully be able to
Look at that.
Look at that. Huh?
That looks
the attic with Jonny.
brilliant.
How's that? Is that any good?
That's great. Thank you very much.
No worries at all.
Appreciate
There you go. Happy days. Happy days. So all you need to do now is pick yourself some drams. Are you ready to do that now?
So you're not even giving them the option of you.
Well, you can have an unpeated. Do you prefer an unpeated or a
I'll have
peated?
a peated actually.
Have a peated, but there you
I
go.
like a peated.
I'm going to go for an unpeated. That's me. What are you going for, Rodders?
I'm going to go pale peated as well.
Pale peated. Go pale peat. What we need to do is get them in a bag so it's a lucky dip as well. What are you going for, Rodders?
I'm starting with an unpeated.
Started? Jesus, how many are you having today?
What's the, these are really dinky things.
Lovely colour. Beautiful. So, third episode, Rodders. And we are really getting onto it now. We've actually got us going live with podcast now, so you don't have to sit and look at our ugly mugs. You can actually listen to it in your car or wherever.
I'm not quite sure that's.
We will forward on links to you at some stage. But
it did show up on Spotify, didn't it?
Yeah, it's on Spotify. You can get it on Spotify, and that is, what is it? The Attic, Islay Whisky. You'll find us on there. Like I say, have a look, see what you think. But we are looking at other hosts and stuff, so we will be on other platforms as well. But we'll keep you posted as and when Rodney can be bothered. And we'll go from there.
Trying my best.
Something like that. So we've got no idea what you're drinking, John. No idea at all. We have got no idea. We're literally bottling drams as we get drams, as we open bottles ourselves. From
I'm gonna have to bring some along at some point.
Absolutely.
Hey, look at that. That's actual legs. That's what they talk about.
Oh, don't get him started on legs, John.
I think all that's a bunch of guff.
Well, why are you talking about it then?
He starts talking about painting and then churches and all sorts. I don't know what he goes on.
You didn't take kindly to any of that.
See the chapel. You can really see the chapel in that.
Oh yeah, he does talk a lot of old Joss at times.
So you got much tolerance for that?
I'll tell you what I do know though, Johnny. It's probably not one that you got there, but we had what did we have in the last main episode? We did the Bumore, didn't we? The sea salt one.
The sea salt one, yeah.
Atlantic sea salt. So one of those is that.
Yeah, that's the one.
But which one? But which one? Who knows? So I guess you've got probably a couple of Bunharvens, a few others.
It was a pale one.
Random. Was it?
The selection of peated ones is very small at the moment, so
it's easy for me. I'll just have a sip, and if I die of heartburn, you know, it's the
that's what it is.
Kill me, absolutely kill me. I don't do that.
I tell you what's really coming through is the toothpaste from when I just brushed my teeth before I came out.
Well, yeah, that would work.
So that's definitely.
Well, me and Rob's had a nice cup of coffee just before you got, so we'll probably be getting that hint of.
I've been chewing on cloves as well. I've got a wee bit of
have you?
Yeah.
What, like t-shirts and jeans and that?
I'm not a fucking Cockney man.
Oh, different clothes.
Like an actual V, not
clothes.
clouds. Wearing these out clouds. You can chew me clouds.
Oh, it smells good.
This is delicious. I don't know what I got.
You went unpeated, didn't you?
Yep.
I've got decent colour to this again. It's a. But talk about legs. There's not much on this. Bit in there, but.
No, I was thinking we should probably do this more as helping people choose a whiskey. But
I think so.
There's no angle of that I really agree with. I don't know what to say.
How do you mean?
choose a whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, help them choose a whiskey. What's
Yeah,
that got to do with your dram?
That looks nice. Whether that would mean anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you were buying a whiskey off the shelf, you wouldn't see what the colour it looked like, because they're generally green bottles, black bottles, or...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not many of them actually have clear bottles that you'd see.
Plus, you can't recommend it because you have no idea what you're drinking.
No.
Unless you're that good.
This is a discussion we
That's
had
kind of
earlier
the
on
point,
with Maria, my wife. We were saying that she thinks that we should actually make a list of what these actually are, do it as a mystery thing, but then maybe next time she'll tell us what the 2 drams were, and then when we do the next episode we can say, by the way, Rodney was drinking such and such and I was drinking, so it's still a mystery to us, but we'd have someone like Maria that would...
So you can just speculate wildly for a while.
Every time we put a new dram in a bottle or whatever, we can just number all the bottles. But I quite like this, to be honest, where we've got no idea. It's a fact, we just sit and drinking it and enjoy it, you know.
We're just going to use this podcast to slag off your wife's ideas.
No, not quite, but I know what you're saying. But yeah, so
that's
so
unkind. Sorry, Maria. All love, you know. That wasn't me that said it, in fact.
So you made it into the attic, John.
I made it.
What do you think? Professional, aren't we, up here?
Oh yes, definitely. I had no idea the entrance. Basically, I mean, I saw a cupboard with a ladder.
Yeah.
I saw a cupboard with a ladder, and then
Like I say, obviously at some stage they've cut their way through from the extension on the back there to our entrance. That's where I do my head bit.
Every bloody time.
Every time I crack my head on
That's
this
the best one
piece
yet,
of
though.
bloody wood. That was a big one. I've drawn blood today in the preparation for this show. So you better enjoy it. You better subscribe to this now.
All 3 people out there.
Aye, yeah, that's it. Because this is obviously we're going global with this.
yeah.
It's going to be the next pandemic.
This poor sod over here. Every week he's like, "Oh, all right, I'm going to be selling T-shirts." It's like, nobody's paying any
I'm going to make
attention.
$1 million out of me merchandise.
Stars in his eyes is like, it's like my own private Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I believe in myself.
But theoretically, do you know what I mean? If we do get a decent following in 6 months, a year's time, people might turn and say, "Oh, I like that glass that you gave Johnny. Yeah, how much are they?" And I say, "You can get you one for 40 quid."
Yeah.
No, we're not 40 quid, obviously.
And I got the first one as well.
Do you reckon you got the more?
I don't know. This is where I'm not that great when it comes to distinguishing. It's it's not a talent I ever really picked up. It's peated or not peated. There's some that you can kind of tell, but yeah.
When you go when you go to the Octomore range and things like that, you know
that's kind of a hit,
or an Ardbeg that's one of their heavier ones.
Yeah,
you can decipher which is which with that. But like I say,
I'm pretty sure I've drank enough Lafroig to know that, like, okay, I know which that one is. But if it was an Ardbeg like Ardbeg and Lagavulin, I probably would struggle.
Yeah, absolutely.
I probably would.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So which was which?
You saw a couple of our bottles have got hidden away down here for future tastings up here.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to see them. That's
You're not allowed to see them though. Well, you are, but you're not. I've got another one hidden behind here. I'm using it as a weight to make sure our drinks don't fall off.
All right.
But that's a Brookladdy one there. It's going to be a nice one. But yeah, but it's like me. I would probably know a Bunnahabhain because obviously working there, you've tasted and tried enough Bunnahabhain. You kind of get a gist of what the base is of what they're making. But a lot of them, the rest, we'll never clue.
That's actually it's quite experimental in Bunnahabhain as well. Like one of the kind of the great things about it is you're getting all kinds of experimental this and that and this cask and that cask and
absolutely, it's a good position to be in. To be fair,
yeah,
it's pretty decent. Yeah.
I like it where it's enough all over the place where it slips off the side from time to time. You get ones like, that was worth the experiment. I'm glad they tried that. Never do that again.
That's it.
There's been a couple who just.
See, it's the rum casks don't do it for me at all.
Yeah. There's a lot of
rum casks
personal
and wine
taste goes.
casks I don't get from Bunnahabhain. That doesn't work for me.
There's no charm in that wine hoggy one.
No. The sherry and the bourbon are very, very good. Very good.
What takes does it take away from it? Is it specifically Bunnahabhain or?
It's just
That's nonsense. You loved the Marsala.
Did I?
Yeah.
That was mine. That was peated, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, the special release one.
It was a dessert wine. Don't even know your own wine.
Can't remember now.
I feel more and more like your
Let
wine.
me have a few more slugs of this.
That'll see you through. Yeah, I gotta say, whatever it is.
I'm just going to do a really weird thing now.
You can show people your teeth.
Oh no, I've got my new teeth, look. That's not what I was doing, I was just checking this recording. Because the last thing you want to do,
Oh yeah.
yeah, using all this absolute gold material.
Informative whiskey insights.
This is it, yeah. And then to find out you forgot to press play. I think we've done that before. Have we not, Rodders, in one of our previous attempts?
How far in were you?
Absolute comedy gold. But
We lost about 40 minutes.
No,
30,
no.
30, 20
30
something,
minutes. We had to do a second.
Anything over 10 is just
That's it. My phone only records for like 32 minutes, 33 minutes or something. And then you have to press record and do another one. But yeah, so. Yeah, it's an interesting little place, isn't it? We've got Rodders' shower curtain here, muffling a bit of the bright light. What else have we got? Rubbish.
I like these.
These
little halo lights.
Yeah, but see, they're great, but with the glasses, again, they just show circles on your glasses.
Oh, of course.
If I look up, again, it will show circles. So the glasses is a huge problem, really, with lighting. But obviously, with our new technical expert there, he's not really. He's not.
Yeah, you just got tier after tier. Oh, we'll try this, we'll try that.
We've got
It's like that, and
microphones,
see
we've
how
got
it goes.
stands, we've got all sorts there, and they're all still sat there. We've gone back to using pretty much one camera, one phone, and it seems to work.
It seems to work a bit simpler.
That's it, absolutely, absolutely. But Rodders records better sound, so for the podcast, that would probably be a better one to listen to. We'll again experimental at this stage, but then we've got our little board, little light up box. These expensive, very, very expensive, like orange crates.
Yeah,
I like this because one crate
loves
looks
this.
shite, but
Yeah.
two crates together looks with the stone and the
That's
wood,
it.
then it's suddenly all.
1880, 1888, this wall was built. Going back, isn't it? We say that about 5 times every episode. Even we're getting bored of saying it now, but
I don't believe you.
We constantly
I don't
say
care.
it's the only legit part of this thing.
that's when the house was built, so you assume it was built at that time. But the
Yeah,
cement
but the
is-
cement. No, yeah, I don't know
It's
if
probably
that's
might have been
1880.
Hey, stop casting an
cement,
informed eye
it
over
might have been
1888.
repointed, or not pointed, but
It's that guy's shovel, whereas
No, the broom. It's Trigger's broom.
Trigger's brilliant, man. Absolutely. 17 new heads and 14 new handles. Still got the same broom there. As you can see, all our junk in the attic at the back.
Yeah, it is an attic. Like
It is, it's an attic, that's it.
Yeah,
Hence the name. We
yeah.
kind of thought, you know what, there's actually a few podcasts and YouTube things and stuff where they call themselves the attic.
so we figured we could call ourselves the attic too.
Yeah, we call ourselves the attic, but then we chuck on the Islay Whisky bit, all Islay Whiskies and stuff, just so we can differentiate a bit. But we are genuinely in an attic.
Yeah, it would have been disappointing if it was the attic and it was in a hallway or something like that. Yeah,
absolutely,
no.
absolutely. But yes, it's
Not much
good.
of a gimmick.
So,
And you have to be dedicated to get up here as well.
you are. It's interesting.
Yeah, we've got a few prospective, people would like to, but I don't know. If,
he thinks Dave's going to struggle getting up
I
there.
don't see it.
We've literally got an old metal ladder that you come up through the hatch into hands and knees job, scramble through, and then you're into this bit where you crack your head, and eventually when you sit down, you're fine.
You get a bit of a squeeze there. Yeah, it's
it's
a
a little
clamber
squeeze,
anyway. You
but-
get a bit of squeeze halfway up, and then you get a wedge pointed right at
So
your
it'd be no
skull.
good trying to get my ex-wife up here. You know what I mean?
Well, I do not know what you mean. I haven't met her. I've just heard.
Oh, I just picture getting a Michelin man up here, that inflatable thing. You know?
That's not kind.
Too hot, the Michelin man. Oh, bless her. Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Chuck that on the end. A wee pat in the head. That's right. Cures everything.
absolutely.
Send her a well lollipop.
So, question as well, Rodders. Who else we got on today?
We're
got
done
any-
with Johnny, have we?
No, but I'm just saying, obviously the rest of the episode, what else we got? Snippets from anyone else?
Do you honestly want to know?
I don't know, really.
I think
It must
it's
just be
up to you,
Dave
sir.
by now, anyway, is it not? Must only be Dave. But what's he doing? That's the bit I don't want to know. That's the secret, isn't it?
So you want to know who you're beholden to?
Yeah. We had
Dave will
Katie
be
on
up to some
last time,
business,
didn't we? We had Katie on last time.
Mm.
Dave usually does a couple of spots, doesn't he? He does a bit of poetry,
I think
or he
Katie's
does
a wee bit shy and sort of
shine
coy
girl.
about the
obviously,
spirits at the
yeah.
moment. Yeah.
Did she watch it and think, oh my god, what did I do?
Well, I don't
Was
know.
it?
So it's going to take a while for the.
See, my question
the
as well,
blood pressure
Rodders,
to-
what's with all these?
Oh,
He's brought jam donuts.
well, look, I wasn't wanting to alarm you. I know. But you get guests in from time to time, and they swear by. Look, most of the whiskey tastings are wank, but I tasted this, and maybe it's because it was oily oily, salty, sweet foods pair with the oily and whiskey or something.
Oh, we're doing a pairing.
Aren't
No,
you when you got jam
it's not-
donuts?
It's not,
Donut
it's not pairing because it's not matching one food to one whiskey. It's just seeing how a donut goes with some whiskey.
All right.
Is that
That'd be
atrocious?
interesting, wouldn't it? That is atrocious, but I like donuts, so that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I'll take it for the value that is a donut.
Ah, you ever seen Mythbusters?
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Nothing
not
like this.
trying to take any ownership of this at all. It's just sort of guests come by, they swore by this being a real thing where it actually goes well together.
That was on Mythbusters.
No, I'm saying it's a similar concept.
Oh.
No, that'd be a
Want
weak
a donut?
episode.
Anybody?
Does
I think it's a myth. I'm not actually going to have one.
2 packs for me then. Are you having one?
yeah, I will,
Go on,
but
Neil.
only because
Are
it's.
you ready yet? This is a result, isn't it? Everyone else going on about, oh, you should pair this with
No, no.
anchovies and
No!
you know, all this stuff in our faces with donuts.
Well, I was good.
I did spy them earlier. I was like, oh, that's
I don't know.
kindness. Maybe I
You want a
didn't
flapjack?
see you guys eating on any of your other.
It was just for you.
No,
You,
it was
mate,
just for me.
and you're not eating it after
No, I'm
that.
just not having it now.
It was to see if this was a good idea. It's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
You've been
I'm
conscious.
not big on. No. I mean, conscientious. It's. No, I don't know. Not big on sweet stuff.
Well,
Mate. I love
I
donuts.
thought it was a good idea. I thought it was an
Well,
intriguing.
that's why you got them.
I think it's a good idea if you leave the rest here when you go home.
There you
You're
go.
welcome to them. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not too.
What else did you get?
2 bags of donuts and a
Two
bag
bags
of
of donuts.
flapjacks.
Oh, right. I see.
You want a flapjack?
If it was one of it was like sausage rolls or something like
Yeah.
Somebody
Savoury.
else will get sausage rolls. You're getting donuts.
that. Right. All right.
That's nice
That whiskey really brings out the
I'm sure it
jam.
does.
then. Jam. What jam is it? It's not even jam, is it? It's some...
It's raspberry sauce.
Probably. Doesn't even tell you, it just says jam. That's part of the mystery. You got to guess what it is.
See, I'm gonna sound like an absolute tit if I sit here and go, that's
opposed to
actually
what?
really nice. That's a nice combination.
As opposed to what you normally do. Which is, sorry to break this to you, mate, but
Scoring pretty high on that.
it's
Sounded
like an
a tit
absolute
half the
tit
time.
anyway. At least you got a donut this time.
That's right. Everyone's a winner.
Classic, isn't it? It's gold, isn't it? All this material is just gold.
Yes.
Nah, you're getting too self-conscious now. I'm not joking. This.
I'm about to try my... Kidding. Don't make a mess on the floor up here.
Yeah. I want to see a Hoover.
Yeah, we kind of... I found some floorboards up here, Johnny. Bits of old lengths of old carpet. Found an old rug.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes it a bit...
I don't think you can. I don't think I'd ever want to see this any more dressed up. Really.
No,
Then
you
it's
don't.
not really the attic. It's more a conversion. Or
Absolutely. This
studio.
is, like I say, the
Yeah.
idea of the channel was just to me and Rodders just talking crap, having a jam, but just film myself doing it. But like I say, we've got it as professional as we
Need it to be.
Need it really.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be crisp and professional, and it's not a.
You did
BBC
put some
studio.
work in here. This was
Initially, yeah.
a lot. I mean, this is just the remnants of a plague of spiders and whatnot that was
God,
going on
this
in
was
here.
just absolutely cobwebs.
Yeah,
I was up
yeah.
here, God, horrendous. But you know, I insulated the place
Yeah.
last year, and so I thought, well, I put the boards down to put that storage stuff back over here. This is where it all was. But I thought, you know what? When your brother saw this and thought, spot on, what
Spot
a brilliant
on,
place
yeah.
for.
I did get a bit keen.
You just looked at
You
the wall.
done,
I did.
Yeah, got a bit excited about that.
Yeah. You've just been indulging me ever since.
Yeah, I'm bored of you.
And that goes
Yeah,
without
well, you're
saying.
already having to have guests in to.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, any chance you could come back next week?
I'm already getting inched out here. I'm pretty much out there.
Yeah, if we could just narrow that in a bit, we could probably block him out of it altogether, Johnny.
That's right.
Well, you get, whoever's doing the editing on this episode just probably just collapse it in and get all the good stuff and get rid of the dross on the end. Fuckers.
But yeah.
This is going well with the donut.
You're liking that. See, I've had a donut. I didn't do it for me. The donut did, but not with the whiskey.
Mhm.
No, I think. But it's a
So
weird
you're
one.
going to be nice to Johnny? You're going to be polite? You're going to tell him he's boring?
No, I'll say so if he gets bored. Yeah.
Yeah. There's you've got to.
No prisoners up here, mate.
No, absolutely.
Apart from the obvious, the one round there chained to this piss-stained mattress. So it's an ongoing joke with Rodders.
We're going to chuck that in the background at some point, just like a carpet.
Roll it up and have a pair of shoes hanging out the end and just do a panoramic of the attic and carry on like nothing's happening.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got their body rolled up.
And a pristine mattress with handcuffs hanging off the end.
Old radiator.
Not mentioned ever again.
That would be great.
I love that comes about. There's no prisoners up here. Well, there's.
Well, apart from
Yeah.
tenuous link, but it worked. But that's the idea, you know what I mean? It's just to have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
That's all it is, you know what I mean? And you're going to get people on here that are big whiskey buffs and they're going to be like, you know, maybe it's not for me, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, we talk a little bit about whiskey, but not...
Not going.
We're not
way
going to
into
go
depth.
pretentious. I can't be
In fact, it's going the other way. I think with trying to get this donut whiskey pairing thing. I think
that's a different one, isn't it?
Definitely heading in the opposite direction. So
It's something.
yeah, in a good way.
No,
In a good
clearly
way.
not in a
I
good way.
think the expression is, has fucked off at a tangent.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Pardon my French.
Mm.
maybe we
Excuse
tried.
me.
Tangent.
What?
French.
There you go. I think so.
No,
Look, you're going to get him rolled now. He's going to be upset him now. Look, don't insult his donuts, Johnny.
Donuts are nice. Donuts are nice.
nothing about donuts are nice. It's to do with. Look.
People like whiskey. People like donuts.
I'm just excited to try the flapjack now. Not really.
You know that compares.
I know you've got very little tolerance for whiskey wank. Like, oh, it's a bit of this,
Pretentious
yeah.
whiskey. I hate that when people say, "Oh yeah," and they spend 10 minutes nosing it. And
Yeah.
they're not nosing it; they're sniffing it. As
Yes.
far as I'm concerned.
Right, but you've got to come across the same thing where you hear, oh, fuck off, no, and then you come across something that goes, actually, there's no fight in that.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely.
So, whatever somebody vouching for pizza crusts, not the whole pizza, but pizza crusts, and somebody was vouching for donuts, and that was the idea here is that you dismiss, bugger off, no. But then there was a chance that this was actually going to, you know.
He's trying to excuse himself bringing donuts in the attic. Look.
And if you'd let it go, then
like that's never going to happen. But
You're bloody guest here. You'd be more, supportive.
But the big thing is with whiskey, and I've said it before, but every one of us is different,
Yeah.
don't we?
Oh, yeah,
I can
definitely.
smell or taste you, you'll be totally different. So what's the point of everyone saying, "Oh yeah, I can taste such and such"? It's like, no, I can't. So bugger off.
it would be interesting. It would be
Uh-huh.
if I had a donut, had a taste of whiskey, and was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Potentially, it would have been great.
Potentially, yeah, it would have been.
Imagine
great.
if you'd actually gone along.
Especially if it
Just
was
theory
this
and-
exact one.
Theory and practice have gone out the window, but
Yeah.
you know.
But then the frustrating thing about that, of course, would be what if that was the only one that went very well and I have no idea what it is?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's great as well.
That just means that you're just going to go through a lot of bottles of whiskey and a lot of donuts.
Searching for that higher high, trying to push that
Searching
peak
for that
again.
co-op donut
Chasing
match.
the dragon.
Donuts are available from other retail outlets.
Yeah, of course.
I have to do it.
Oh, should we keep the supermarket a mystery
That's
as well?
right, we're on Islay, that's our only supermarket, isn't it really? We're promoting the island, and we've got some spa shops, haven't we? Little spa shops.
Yes.
But basically, Co-op's our only
Co-op's
supermarket.
the thing. Good people in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mostly good
Most of the
people.
island have worked there at some stage.
Yeah, that's true.
You
I
were there.
was there. Have you worked there, Johnny?
Not yet.
Not. Katie works there, doesn't she?
Katie's there, yeah.
She's there. I worked there.
I was
Rodders
in there
worked
about 3
there.
years.
When I left the co, Billy took over my job.
I forgot about that. He was in there as well.
So our manager at the Bunhaven Distillery, he was there as well. Most people on the island have worked there. It's a
I was close. I was when they started doing the lockdown and everything. I was like, well, I'm not sitting at home. And they were basically hiring heartbeats at the time as well, and just about
it's basically what they do, isn't it?
yeah.
To be fair, most people with a co-op, it is a stopgap.
Yeah.
You don't go there for a career.
Yeah.
Well,
a few people. Have
No,
made it
that's a
career,
half and
but
half mix. There's the stopgap people and there's the career
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
There's
There's no kind of in between, is it?
Yeah.
But no, it's served the island well.
Oh yeah. This is just changing the subject slightly about people you worked with. Is vague notion. Johnny's worked with Sherilyn as well.
Oh,
A
right.
vague notion. She gets back on the island. Might be coming up.
Is she off the island?
Oh, she does.
I don't know. She was going to, I think, but no, she
Never even
actually
knew.
left. Did she?
The point is that she knows a lot about Islay history and might be able to talk and share some stories about that.
Well, like actual facts.
What was the
Yeah. Like
What
with
facts?
knowledgeable and,
FACS.
and grounded in it, and not just sort
What
of.
was Maria talking
vaguely
about earlier on
remember
about
skimming
some,
through
some
something.
dragons got slayed down here, didn't they?
It was just the one dragon got slayed across the road, and and then 2 people got slain in the woods along the road
by the
there by
entrance
the
to the
gate.
woods. That's right. Yeah, they're probably true facts. The dragons, they're
The dragon might
pre
want-
Game of Thrones probably,
You
but
want to look into.
Oh, it's something I didn't actually realise, that Egyptians actually, ancient Egyptians came from Jura.
Oh, it wasn't the other way around.
It wasn't the other way around.
if
That's
you
what
need
the
to
whole thing.
confirm that, you can just ask your mummy.
It's the pyramids. That's what the pyramids are. They're just trying to make the place look more like home.
You
That's
pick
all
me
it
a
was.
random peated one.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
What?
What?
You
Sherry.
hear that? Thank you very much.
What do you say? Go on, pyramids or what?
Yeah,
Oh, no. So the
started the
Egyptians
pyramids.
was they were just trying to make it look more like home.
What, the paps?
That's all it was.
Could be.
Don't you
Or-
better be nice about that story, because you
Actually,
told that buggeration about the bloody fairies in the hill and the guy piping.
I think that they might have come over here and planted the paps at a later date.
If you dig into the paps, maybe you'll find a pyramid.
It could be one in there.
It could be. One
Oh,
in there.
yeah, what was that? It's like somebody had cooked up the theory, like, no, there's pyramids all over the world. Like, see that hill, that's actually a pyramid. And
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
You know, you go to Slovenia, that's all pyramids. I mean, they look like grassy hills, but that's only because they've grown over. Somebody was mad about that. I remember that a few years ago. They'd watched the internet and they'd seen, like, oh yeah,
By the way,
pyramids
guys,
are international.
we always mention it, but the bottles that we're using here, they get sterilised and refilled with something else.
What do they care?
Because we don't have an endless supply of bottles, but I will sterilise them. And
Yeah, we want more of a supply of random bottles, so that
yeah,
not all
we've got a
the
lot
same
of the
ones over
Bunnahabhain bottles, because obviously that's what we've been given and we've bought over the last couple of years.
I'm edging. That's not good. I'm edging towards putting Bunnahabhain in non-Bunnahabhain and non-Bunnahabhain in Bunnahabhain bottles. That kind of
Well,
That's
What
gives you
illegal.
a
I'm pretty
clue.
sure.
Hmm?
Illegal.
Oh, yeah, they're unlabeled. But the
Oh,
mystery
right, I
drams.
get
Yeah, no, it's not just a campaign. I've been, slipping them out onto the shelf.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about like putting like Bunnahabhain into hard bag bottles and oh, got you there.
Look at that. Jingle, jingle.
There's no way of really getting that on screen.
You did
Look
it
at that.
before anyway, didn't you?
How delightful is that?
It's actually got a delightful sound.
It
to
makes
it.
me feel like a child.
It sounds like whiskey bottles. That's quite a selection. You can't really see the light through that.
No, that's what I do. You just stick your hand in and get what you get.
Yeah, you've got to do it random, or at least
Might
Colin's
make
got to
it
do it
difficult.
random.
Right. Mmm.
Mystery.
Yeah, you've actually
And
been
for
playing some
mystery.
mystery.
Because I was doing some with Peter, then I thought, oh shit, was that a Peter? Did that a bit? So I thought I'll just put M on
It's
it
a
for
process
it.
of
It's just a
elimination.
mystery
If it
drum.
doesn't have P on it, it's not peated.
Yeah, but like I said, I was filling them all up at the same time, and then I wasn't labelling them as I was going.
Ah, got you.
Schoolboy error.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But it's all good, isn't it? But, aye. So that's a 1.5 bottle you got, what, Johnny? But that doesn't mean that's what's in it.
Tastes like moss now.
After the
Moss.
donut.
Yeah.
I
That first
don't-
one was pairing
I
up
don't do
nicely.
these
but-
pretentious telling you what it's like.
Oh, I'm getting sphagnum moss or sphagnum moss, whatever that stuff is.
I'm having another donut then. I'm just going to keep eating donuts. You two can drink whiskey.
If you go for a flapjack, then that counts as research, and not just you being a greedy pig for all your sugar.
Yeah, I'm still researching the donuts at
Yeah.
the minute. Couldn't quite fathom it.
Yeah.
So I want another one anyway.
Not quite yet. My balls took a pummeling on the last suggestion.
What's that?
That's really nice, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way. A mystery dram.
That's what we want.
That
Enjoy
could,
it.
that could be the chances are kind of low by now, but that could be some of the 30-year-old. There's some there's some properly good whiskies in there, and that's gorgeous. You look at it, go, yeah, whiskey. And you smell it as whiskey, and you taste like, that's nice. End of story.
Very smooth, so yeah, it could actually be quite an older one.
I know there's at least one 18-year-old and there's a 25-year-old in there.
Yeah.
On the Harbour. But
I can't remember all the ones I rounded up, but yeah, the range is pretty.
donuts are good. Putting that out.
How are they going with the whiskey though? Are they
Yeah.
augmenting the whiskey?
Not really. I'm just using that to wash them down, really.
Whiskey chasers.
That's it.
We start critiquing the bloody donut more. That's like, that's not even real jam.
So I reckon that donut's about 12 years old. No age statement donut. Lovely.
Ridiculous.
I do like sugar though, to be honest.
He's always slagging me off how badly I make coffee, but it takes me 20 minutes to rip open all of. He wants 10 packets of sugar in his coffee every time.
Really?
Yeah, but it's actually.
And then he'll sit there
and
and dunk all these cookies in it as well. I don't know how he's still standing.
Every time I come up here, I'm very close to not standing. That's a big chunk up my head today.
Yeah.
Oh,
That drew blood, that one today, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been worth having on film.
You know what we should have done? We should have called this the basement and found an hole in the ground somewhere where I didn't keep doing this.
Then you'd be stubbing your toe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say
probably.
twisting your ankle, but aye, it's the same. Yeah, you'd be not much of a good hobbit, you either.
I think Maria would eventually like to have some proper stairs put in at that end.
What, and classy it up?
What's the point?
Yeah.
Just to come up into the attic. Huh?
Having another slag at Maria.
It's a pretty good
No, on your
side.
actually.
I'm just thinking of less work for me, save money.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. But
Look at it
to me, for the amount you use it, what do you need to spend on it?
Yeah.
So I think it's about time we had a look outside, see what Dave's up to.
Oh, aye,
shall we?
yeah, let's just.
Okay, guys, so we'll carry on having a wee taste of the Drams. Good to see you, Johnny. Thanks for coming in. We're going to carry on with out and see Dave, and we'll get back with Johnny and what's his name in a minute.
No,
All right,
I'm
so
fired.
over to you, Dave. Always point over there like Dave's outside there, but he never is.
Yeah.
You always point like you're a presenter as well.
Yeah, that's it. So that's how we do it.
Professional job, you know?
That's it.
Limericks by the river bank. There was a young man from Nantucket who carried his balls in a bucket. It was long ago bought for money much not. In fact, to get change from a ducat.
I was always quite a good boy, but I was always in trouble. Didn't do anything that bad,
Funny
but
how
I was
that
always
works.
in trouble, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was never your
Because you're an
fault.
arsehole.
It could be that. It could be a hint of that. Yeah.
You're a sweetheart and you're an arsehole. It's a combination.
Pretty much. You're welcome. Hi. Absolutely. So we're going to go back to camera now.
Sure.
I've probably been here a while. Oh, got to
Got
say
to come
thanks
back
to
from
Dave
Dave,
or
yeah?
whoever it was.
We're going with Dave.
Who
It
knows?
doesn't matter. All right. Okay, guys, welcome back. Thanks to, I said that was Dave, but it could be anybody. I never know until Rodders is editing. So it could be Dave doing a bit of poetry, some weather, or a sing-song. Or it could be anybody. It could be Katie. It could be anybody, really.
Katie Cosmos.
Katie Cosmos. That was interesting, wasn't
Yeah.
I can see that.
Different.
from-
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hopefully she's not too mortified about it, but we'll get her back in for
I do
another.
want more bananas on the eyes. I do want more. Oh, maybe we'll see how she does it. But don't want
Yeah.
to put too much pressure.
No, that's it. Bless her. Like I say, she's got to get over the first one first. But no, that's good. So welcome back. Like I say, we're still sat here talking a lot of nonsense and drinking our drams. But yeah, so John is in with us today.
Still here.
Still with us. Still with us. He hasn't
Hasn't
run
touched
for
the
the hills
donut.
yet. He hasn't run for the hills. That's because we've still got whiskey left.
That's exactly
Probably.
Right. Yeah.
Mm. It's actually alright, this dram. Don't know what it is. It's good.
Oh, I should pay attention. No, I shouldn't pay attention.
No, don't pay
I've got a
attention to
nice
what it
one
is.
as
Don't
well.
even try and figure out what it is, because you know what? It doesn't
That's
matter.
the thing. Like
It doesn't matter.
I really like this one. I have no idea. Is it definitely Islay?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it's
all
only
going to
Islay.
be Islay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I say, the name
Can't promise
clues
for
in
the
the name
future,
a bit, the attic, and then we call it All Islay Whiskies.
Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah.
wasn't it? All Islay Whiskey or something like that. So
So you
basically,
get drips and drabs from various people all over the place.
Yeah.
Mostly it is Bunnahabhains at the moment.
we
But there
will,
are definitely a few
Yeah.
others in there that have sneaked in, and who knows. You know?
like I say, with the main episodes that we're doing, we will eventually get through all 9 distilleries, having a main bottle of one of theirs. And when we got to the end of that, you know what? Where we go from there, we don't know. We'll do some little competitions. Probably we'll battle off a Bamor against the Freud, or we'll battle off a, you know, we'll do that. We'll do.
We could do whiskey pairings, you know, like with food and whatnot.
Bloody
And,
donuts.
yeah.
Whiskey
But
and
try-
donut.
try-
Which distillery goes best with a co-op jam donut? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, exactly
Oh,
that.
People
Exactly
on the
that.
edge of their seats like, oh, God.
There's only one supermarket here. There's only one source of donuts, so there's not a big range of what does my donut go with, you know.
And we'll probably do like some face ones, you know. We'll probably buy a few face bottles and we'll do a little competition amongst the face.
Cancelled again this year.
Yeah, cancelled again for 2021. I think a lot of distilleries are doing some online stuff this year again, online tastings and bits and pieces. So it's not a washout completely. Can you hear the traffic? Was it 3 o'clock?
Oh, of course.
On the dot.
That's the ferry coming in.
Yeah.
It always interrupts our podcast, doesn't it? Or broadcast, whatever we do. Halfcast. What is it? You can't say
I like
that,
how
can
much
you?
of this Johnny episode is just about other episodes in the past and in the future.
Yeah, that's it.
You just sort of.
I think Johnny's just sitting in and in.
Well, there's not much very interesting about me either. It's not as if it's like,
Oh, so what do you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
look at your family. You know.
Yeah.
It's very
Ropey
good with what he
siblings
was
at
doing.
best. Sibling, the other one's
Sibling.
Canada's probably all right.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
But she's a girl, isn't she?
I mean, she's a good quality woman.
Good quality. Yeah, nice bit of cloth. Sound like Delboy on the market. Good quality.
It's always that
quality woman.
sheepskin jacket that you got there.
It's still got the ump in the back where it's genuine camel. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love that.
All right, so what sort of shite did you used to drink in the past? Like, what's the most hideous nonsense that it was just your usual drink before you started giving a shite about this?
Because you lived in Canada as well,
classy
didn't
They
you?
had a well, it was called Everclear. It was just a grain alcohol whiskey, or it's not a whiskey, sorry, just grain alcohol up at 98%.
98
Something like
cheese
that.
then,
It
it's
was
like the
or
cheese.
bloody close. No.
percent.
%.
Oh no, yes, you're right. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
It was. I don't understand why they were even able to sell the thing, but yeah, that was brutal.
That must have had the ethanols and everything still left in it, mustn't it? That
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. I'm not sure about that.
I would have thought.
No, it would have been distilled. It wouldn't be poison.
Yeah,
Not
because you
like
can't
selling
have the
poison.
actual.
The
Well, I don't know
fusel
why.
ones.
I drink hand sanitizer. I don't.
Oh, some people were dying of that, weren't they? They were convinced they'd worked out a way. Like if you pump it through this,
Yeah, you
up this bit, then it'd be.
Stick a bit of iron in it. Lovely.
I'm only blind in one eye. That kind of business. I love the attempt, though. I love the attempt. Craven Booze. You've got a bottle of hand sanitizer. We've got to make this work. There's got to be a way.
There's got to be a way to do this.
Mentality of
Put it through
thinking.
the sieve.
Just focusing all your desperate intelligence on this. Yeah.
But 99.99999% of the population would be like, oh, we better keep our hands clean with this pandemic. There's always that point.
The
0.0001.
pioneers.
We can drink this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we gonna do it?
It sounds alcohol on it.
Aye. Aye, absolutely. Well, if it's
There's
good,
something
if it
in the
cleans
skin
the
of
germs on the
M&Ms.
outside,
What
it
does
must
it do
do
to you if you drink it?
I don't know. Probably end up looking like your brother.
Oh, right. Coming up with donut ideas and stuff like that.
It's a bit
Brain
mad.
dead.
That's about the inside of me, not my.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not see when his beard gets out of control? It looks like when they found Saddam Hussein in that bunker. He's got them grey bits all sticking out
This
at
is me
random angles.
sorted.
He did look a bit rough, didn't he?
He looked like a rough as a badger's ass.
For Saddam.
Saddam Hussein. And then your brother comes out with a mini Mars bar.
First the ex-wife and now Saddam Hussein, you know?
I told you, he's an arsehole. He's just spent his whole time up here
Mocking the
vendettas.
inflicted.
How come I'm always in trouble? I'm a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Happy days, isn't it?
May take a dump in your handbag from time to time, but you know, there's
It was all in good spirit. you know?
yeah.
It's good fun. You got a
In
laugh
fact,
out of
take a
it.
joke.
Absolutely, it amused me. That's the main thing. That'll be alright. I'll be up here 5 days a week, mate.
Yeah.
Just churning
Just
it.
saying,
out.
Rodders, you get this edited. Get it edited. Get it on there quick. But no, but you know what I mean? So
I'm
you
good,
can.
good at the edit. You know,
You are,
it's-
you're not
it's
doing
good
bad
for-
for.
Listen, this is no good. What do you fancy? When peated or unpeated?
I think I went unpeated there, so I think I'm going to go back to peated.
Well,
go.
please,
Help
you know,
yourself.
or get call it. No, offer you.
There we go.
What's he going with? It's a bit darker.
It's a bigger P on that one.
Bigger P inside it, no? Probably.
Now if I can open it.
But you got to be honest, it's much better out of that glass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really jealous because that's way better than ours.
Yes, way better. You know, it was nice, but as I say, it's a bit Soviet.
Huh?
Ours.
Soviet. Russian.
It's a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit all capital letters and it's a bit.
Yeah, Johnny's got some finesse.
Yeah.
Keep the lids. Where did that
Quite happy with that.
Yep. Right. But like I say, what I've planned doing is we'll get that for all our guests. Be a nice little gift, won't it? We know they're coming in advance. I can order. Normally get them within a couple of weeks, but
Oh, so you order these in like that?
yeah.
That's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Nice.
That'll be a 10.
There's a little takeaway and it's saying you've been it.
Yeah.
We should number them. We should put Jonny 1, someone else 2, and then we can have an order of who came in and what guest number they were.
Or
Yeah,
yeah, like
we did.
episode
That's
3 or something like that. Yeah.
That's a shite idea. I disagree with it entirely.
Well, it's good because I ain't doing it because it's already been done now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. So, what's happening? What's in that box?
Well, okay, here's a whiskey wank question for you. Do you remember a whiskey where, like, this whole thing of agonising over it and going, oh, what's this all about, is nauseating? Do you remember tasting a whiskey that is like, actually, that is properly lovely? Do you remember?
Yeah, there's loads.
No, but do you remember like an early time where you just perked up to something and going, this is actually worth paying attention to?
Definitely. It still might be my favourite. Would have been the Lagavulin 12. The first time I tasted that one, working down at the bar in Portnahaven, and
Did you work there?
yeah, that was my first job on the island. And yeah, tasted that one. You know, I tasted plenty of whiskies before and everything. That's one that actually just kind of like, I'm really enjoying this. I was just thoroughly enjoying this, and been back to it a few times just to make sure I wasn't just on one or something. But yeah, no, it's.
So you do prefer your peat? Yeah, you prefer your peat?
I think I do. Yeah, it's very much. It's like pick your favorite color sort of a thing. It's like you cannot do it.
Yeah.
You cannot go like, oh, if it gives you heartburn or something like that. It's not worth it. Obviously,
pleasure from it, sadly, but
I love that though, that when you get something exactly as you're saying. I think you tried it first and then invited, like when I was in the next time, I was like, here, let me pour you one of these. This is something.
But maybe pay for it.
Agree. Who knows? Laura might have been stumping up a bit of Laura. Yeah, Lagavulin 12 going out the door. Oh, we're selling a lot of this.
yeah.
Oh, promotional. No, but I love stuff like that. There was we grew up in Montrose. People would go on about their fish suppers or their fish and chips other places. You're always like, nah, we had good fish and chips. And you go away for years having, rose tinted
it's what
glasses.
you're used to as well, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
sod that. This is just straightforwardly, objectively superior. Go back to Montrose, Grove Chippy, and there was another one up there. And you think once you've stepped away, we're maybe just remembering it as something special. Go back and these chips are just phenomenal.
Yeah.
You rattly prick.
Oh, get
I'm
more
tr-
of you.
I'm
Sorry,
trying to
I've
get all whimsical about the chips. And the point being the Lagavulin 12 is if you go back to it,
Chips
is
and things.
Chips and things, yes.
Yeah, it's chips
Daft
and
name,
things.
but that was gorgeous.
So,
That was
question:
gorgeous.
how long were you in Canada for? You two? 'Cause you lived in Canada.
Let's
Wasn't
do
it?
13
a
13 years
biography.
I was there.
Were you?
Way too long.
Too long. Did not
Way
like it.
too long. No, it's lovely,
It's
but
a bit bourbony. This
you
one.
get over it. Get us one then.
What? Random.
Yeah.
I'll get you one on the guest here.
Yeah, you do it, John. You're the guest. No looking, no peeking.
It's only you can't be trusted.
Oh, you bastard! Put that back.
Should you?
How can you tell?
Good look, it is a real
Yeah,
sherry bomb, or that's either port.
He's mad for no, it's not red enough.
Sauternes?
No chance. That wasn't going in.
There is one in there.
You're joking. I drank mine. I consider it. I was like, sod that. It's not. I don't want that going round. It was too lovely.
I don't know if that's it. It could be. The colour looks a bit ruby from this side. But
Right, so if that's a really nice one, are you going to have a donut with it? Or do you think I would take away
I'm
from
huffy
it?
about the donuts, so would you stop bringing that up? I'm sorry. And anyway, he's happy enough. You're going to eat the rest and before heading down for some cake that Maria had
To
lovely
be
made.
fair,
Maria
yeah,
made.
donuts you're not going to miss, are you?
just drink it, man.
That would be criminal if I got a
Bastard, yeah.
Sauterne.
Doesn't even like sherry. That's got to be a sherry
I
one.
do like sherry.
But-
I'm just not as,
Sauternes was the only wine cask one we've ever done that I like. I think.
the only one.
I think so.
I'm quite a fan
I'm
of
a
yours.
sherry bomb. Give me the sherry. Give me the PXs and the Olorosos and good colour. Oh, fuck you. Ooh.
not Sauterne. I
It
wouldn't.
smells a bit TCP, doesn't it?
Sauterne.
Yeah, you've had a.
Sauterne.
Did you have a peated one in here?
Yeah.
That's what I'm smelling. Now.
Sauterne tastes smells
Oh god, my nose has just dripped in
gingery. I
there.
think.
My nose has just dripped in there. Do you want me to take it?
It's cloudy, a little bit cloudy. I can really taste the salt.
Cough. Sorry. I'm thinking this is probably. I'm going to go with a bourbon. Looking at this. Look at that. That's pearl. Yeah, good colour for being pea though. But what's it like, Rod?
That's lovely. I don't think it's Sauterne. It isn't a Sauterne. What the hell is that though?
I think what else we've got that dark. 18? Oloroso?
It's possible.
Don't know. Doesn't matter. That's the idea, it just doesn't matter.
It's beautifully smooth
Aye.
and it's got.
How are we doing for time? You must be getting
It's
on
not
to
just
30, 31, 32 minutes. by now.
31:17.
Are we?
Yeah.
Don't do
Sure.
that face, man. Oh, have you seen his new teeth? He was showing his teeth off earlier. You're a proper human being there.
Yeah, we normally have all these gaps and shit. No.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Got
I
them
forgot
coming
about
next
the bottom
week.
end.
They come next week.
Mm.
Tuesday.
How'd you lose your teeth?
Never had a second set.
All right.
You heard how much we're talking about sugar on this show, and you're asking how his teeth fell out.
Oh.
But they never fell out because of the sugar. I got teeth in my mouth that are 50 odd years old.
And you're a cheeky bastard as well, to be fair.
That's what you're expecting. A chief of
fair.
police slapping you about in Turkey.
Your teeth didn't have a chance, really, did they?
Well, no, they didn't. To be
What
honest,
do we do?
I've lost a few through good hiding, but it's no more than I deserve. To be fair.
Yeah.
What were you buggering about? We were talking about Canada or something. You were buggering about with a gift box over there.
This box. I
You
just
don't-
wondered what the box was.
They're not
Oh,
Islay Whiskies, are
you
they?
mean this one?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Flavia or Flavia. It's a club you can join online. On the top there, you get like a coaster, like a
All right.
ceramic coaster. But you open it up, and then I've actually stripped the labels off because they were going to put these in. But I can't remember if they're peated or unpeated. I know what one of the Drams is, but which one it is, I don't know. And you can do a box set, so you can go on their website and you can order an Islay box, or you can order a
Flavia, huh?
yeah. You can
Why
do
did you start trying to rip the labels off it?
Mystery.
mystery
Oh,
Drams.
for
They
the
go in the
mystery,
box.
yeah.
What I will do, I'll probably soak these and
You
soak
should
them off.
pour them
so-
out into another
Tasting
bottle.
is believing. Oh my god.
But
yeah,
the idea is that
yeah, there's a bunch of way.
it is, isn't it? But the idea, and you actually get it under the coaster. Excuse me, you get a like a little information sheet, so it'll tell you about the jam and where it is. But
Yeah,
you
it's
can
good.
get like a Speyside one or an Islay one, or you can get what you like really. And
That is good.
well, I just thought,
Yeah, you see this as well. Is that in the abstract you go, that's a bunch of bottles, but basically little touches like having a ribbon on bottles and stuff like that is enough to set people off feeling like they've been taken care of for the money. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
got Macca
Macca
Bay as
Bay,
well. Don't know where or why I got that. But tell you what, useless information.
Oh,
Cigar cutters.
Oh no! Look, I agree. I won't do this as just. Please do us the favour. Like all the time when we're doing proper. This is a proper episode, real episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Every time we're doing an episode, we're always cooking up stories, random shite that we have to go research for later. Just like, what the hell were we talking about? Please take a mad launch at something that you very dimly speculate over, and then we can have something to confirm the next time.
You ever think about it? I've talked to
Sorry,
you about
yeah.
the cigars.
That was very rude of me to interrupt.
I
you.
know, but I'm used to that. Cigars. You ever
Yeah,
seen
I'm
the
the
cigar
get
cutters?
cuts, right.
You know, with a little hole and you just squeeze them like that and you cut the end off? I was told by a guy that worked for one of my cigar suppliers when I worked at one of the hotels on the island, that what you're supposed to do is lay it on the table. Did you know that? And then you put the cigar in it, cut it.
Oh, that gets
The
right
height
length.
off it is off the table. The blade is the ideal height, the maximum
You're
height,
not
or the
just supposed to
perfect
be-
height for how much you cut off the end of the cigar.
That's useful fact.
So a lot of people would just do it like that, would just cut it. But how much are they cutting off? They don't know.
Yeah.
But if you lay it down on the table, put the cigar in it and cut it, that's the perfect height.
That is useful
I have
information.
definitely,
Thank you very much.
I have
I'm here
definitely
always.
stood there with a cigar cutter and going.
You take it. You've got an 8-inch cigar and you've just cut 4 inches off it, not knowing quite.
I got the length to
Yeah.
spare. My favourite line, I've said this a million times, my favourite line, because he's always going on about how big his knob is, which pretty much tells you the whole
The
story.
baby elephant one in the...
No. My favourite there was working at Bunnahabhain there. So it's like Pebbly Beach. I couldn't be running along in the scud there on that beach because it sounded like a xylophone.
The pebbles.
I love that. Love that as a
Looking
claim.
there. Sarah's sick of me talking about it, isn't she? Look, anyone got a tripod? Well, I've been calling it before. No. Oh
What
dear.
were we actually talking about?
Jonny coming up with a
No.
nonsensical
Yeah,
story.
I know that was high pressure. Just sort of like,
Put him on the spot. You could have given him a bit of heads up on that one, couldn't you?
No, I mean, it is nonsense. You know?
No,
Nonsense
but
is easy to come by.
like a half-arsed attempt at something. That's the thing with it. It's
Ooh.
like, oh, I kind of dimly remember this idea. You know.
Any parameters on it, or?
Nope. We don't do parameters in the attic. Anything goes.
It's Free Willy.
Is it? Says you're paying for it, Rodders, doesn't it? Like,
I miss my showers.
that's a bit. I think that was harsh to put him on the spot on it. You
Yeah,
shouldn't
I
give him.
realised that.
Oh.
There is one.
Oh.
Go
on.
Seemed to have
Going
all
back
turned
to
it.
Jura,
Oh.
there was apparently there was what do you call them? Not midget, little person. What do they prefer?
Pygmies.
Little person, little people.
Little people.
I love
Little
them.
person.
I love them.
If there's a flock, it'd be little people, right?
Flock.
So there was this.
Gaggle of-
It's in the Loch Greenyard, or the bird place.
RSPB.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little story on there about some midget archer, all right, who somebody pissed him off and like assassinated a guy from quite a long distance away. Back in the day, this
The
was
midget
like
did the
last week.
assassinating.
Yeah.
Over a hedge.
It's like they were gonna go into
Remember Little
battle.
Pete?
Don't start with that.
Oh, I've heard this story.
Yeah, I know, but this guy's actual really exists in the real world. You can't be. This
Honourable mention.
despondent diminutive sitting on the steps outside, abandoned by his keepers.
But we sold Coorag whiskey, did he tell you? Coorag whiskey, which in Gaelic means little Pete. And then we had a little person, as you call them, or dwarf or midget or whatever. I think little person is what they prefer, or small person. When he came in and I thought, oh my god, if he asked me what Coorag means and his name's Peter, I said, I'm screwed. I'm done. I just went in the back room and I just could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, bless him, lovely guy and all that, but I just
It was.
thought, no, I
He was a
can't.
little sad, but it was nice.
A little sad.
Yeah. What was gorgeous though, it come through. I knew what the situation was. Actually, I think the same thing had occurred to me, but I was just had a momentary giggle and then getting on with things. You were slayed. You were like laid out across the table in the back room in the office and just like red faced crying.
You
and
know, it's
just
not when
giggling
someone
his
just
arse
sits
off.
there and that's it, you're buggered.
It's like, what have you answered?
Like, what an arse. Felt really bad. Lovely people. Lovely.
Honest mistake.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's it. That's the best story you got, Jonny, is it? I can tell you're related to him.
Yeah,
hell.
that's. I think.
I thought you were going to be polite. I thought you were going to be civil.
I am.
Oh no, that's true. And actually, no. You said if Johnny was born the arse off, you'd let him know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's all good.
got to be done.
I like that though. That's decent. That's decent. We can go look up the
What's the story again?
Dwarf midget archer assassinating a guy over.
Yeah, I think the
Next door.
whole thing was they were going to be going into battle, and he shows up when are we going? Like, oh, we're not going to need you.
Blah.
Yeah, like basically they were just like, leave it to us sort of a thing, and he got indignant. But apparently he was a great archer. And
This reminds me of the YouTube video. the midget Olympics. The bloke throws a javelin, then it cuts away, and another bloke sits there, and someone throws a cocktail stick at his face, and it falls on the table. And a little cocktail stick. So wrong.
Are we trying to get cancelled? Is that what we're aiming for?
know.
Is it just a...
Yeah, but the thing is, that's on YouTube. You
Dwarf
can watch
with a
that on
bazooka.
YouTube,
Yeah.
so it's not like I'm only describing.
Oh yeah, you're just being
I'm promoting
popular
like
culture.
YouTube.
Relevant. You're being
absolutely.
relevant.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely.
and
But like I
responsible.
say, he's got editing abilities. If he thinks we should cut it out, let's do it. But you know, he's in charge of all that.
They've got a good sense of gravity. You can give a dwarf with a bazooka or something, he'd be just as much an ass. The Mexicans used to use chihuahuas.
For what?
Battle. They'd send a bunch of chihuahuas in to nip your knees. You know, they distract, to be irritation to the opposing. You
So that
actually,
has got to be.
actually-
That's got to be
that sounds
nonsense.
utter shite. To me.
actually use
Fucking
chihuahuas
chihuahua.
in battle. They're a war dog.
They're a war dog.
Yeah.
It's the dogs of
great.
war.
Dogs are
You got Rhodesian Ridgebacks trained to hunt lions, and you got chihuahuas that nip your ankles.
yeah, yeah. Fuck off.
So
Yeah.
just a distraction then.
Yeah,
Just
that's what they
Yeah,
were
'cause you're
bred
busy
for.
doing that. You're
Yeah.
busy doing that when you got someone goes straight through your head.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that somewhere.
if we can get back to little people for a second.
Guy we do.
See, I wanted that to do.
We
Well,
watched.
didn't I?
Stop it, man. Just settle. That's going too
We
far.
watched the Queen movie.
Yeah,
Freddie-
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. We watched that the other day.
Good
which
movie,
was,
actually.
it was all
Good
right.
story.
It was
story.
made a lot of it was made up,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
not historically accurate. Kind of like this, the facts on this podcast.
We sort it all out in the players.
I
Don't
don't
worry.
know what you're implying. But
All right, so
Get on your high horse.
the guy they got to do the to be Freddie.
yeah, Indian.
He was good. He good enough.
Yeah.
Not great.
Not a
The
great.
guy who
defender.
they were wanting to get was Sacha Baron
Sacha
Cohen.
Baron Cohen, was
Oh, yeah.
They were wanting to get him to do it. So Katie was actually looking
Good
up.
to see
like,
that.
Yeah, I was just like, well, that would have been a great one to actually do that. So they looked into Katie looked into like why he ended up refusing. They offered it to him
So he was
first.
properly had a chance at it.
Yeah, and he said he wanted to get to the nitty gritty. Like he wanted to be it like as
the real story.
the real story.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he was really excited about was because Freddie Mercury in real life used to have parties where he'd actually have little people with like serving trays on their heads with cocaine.
Yeah, take a sniff off a dwarf.
So, and he was just like, yeah, all right, great, like getting all excited. And like, no, we're not doing that. She's like, well, then stuff your movie, you know.
Send out some love to Sacha Baron Cohen then.
Cheers.
Sometimes he's great, but some of his stuff.
No,
It's a
but
bit-
the point is, this is beautiful.
Bruno,
The
it doesn't
Dictator
do
was
it for me.
absolute
That
shite.
Bruno character doesn't do it for
The
me at
Dictator
all.
was
But
pissed as well. But this is standing up like, yes, let's get right into this. Let's do it right.
Yeah,
And then, oh, what the hell is it?
yeah.
That's beautiful.
boy, happy days.
We'll get him subscribing as
Are
well.
we
You
just
like
going to
his
finish
wife,
the
don't you?
episode when we finish it? Are we going to go out to Dave to finish the episode, or somebody to just finish it and not come back?
There'll be something tagged on the end. There's always some random shite at the end. Do you want to be official about it?
Oh no, I don't mind.
You know, look at the camera and go, all right, people, you know, here's how
Well,
it
whenever
is."
you're done, yeah.
We'll do it now, and then if there's
We can go
extra,
on waffling. All right. Okay, guys. Well, that's the end of the
still got about
episode.
18 to go.
Thanks for coming in, Johnny. Been cracking meeting you, mate.
Thank you for having
Enjoy
me
your
on.
glass. That's a pleasure, mate. Not a problem whatsoever. What we do now, we're going to wrap things up. There's probably going to be something on the end of this to see the episode out. I don't know what it is or who it will be. Rodders have just come up with some old dross to put on the end. Or it could be Dave.
Or it could be
Or it
Dave.
could-
Yeah,
It
yeah,
could
don't be,
Dave.
you
I'm
know,
not saying Dave's dross. That's not what I said. I'm saying Rodders could put some old dross on there.
skirting close to the line.
Hopefully it'll be a bit of Dave or something like that. So thanks for tuning in. Along here somewhere there'll be a little circle with mine and Rodders' face in it. If you tap on that, that's a subscribe. There's some squares around here somewhere, and that is basically click on that. That takes you to another episode, doesn't it?
That's
I
what I
believe.
tried to
Another
do. I
episode
don't
or
know if it's
something.
actually up and running.
Aye. So what we've got is we've got the full episodes 1, 2, and 3. Now we've got a Blethers episode 1 and episode 2. So they basically follow in between the full episodes. And we've also got some snippets, which are just little bits that maybe aren't included in the bits here. Some of it's probably even less appropriate than the rest of it. But it's little bits where you can just follow on, and it'll just be a little bit more about
just
a
quick,
topic.
like a 5-minute intro.
Yeah, little 5-minute bits and pieces.
We try
That's
and
as
get
much
onto
as
a
Rodney as
topic.
most of us can put up with. But you know, if you do want to go longer than that, you can follow one of the other shows. But thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, tell your friends about us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again, Johnny, and we'll see you later, guys.
I get a wee lead crystal clang on.
Yeah, we'll have to have a little clang.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so you have to
Oh,
hold it by the stem
tune.
to get the ding,
yeah.
that long bit.
That was beautiful.
Slodger. Stay safe. That's what I have to say in it. Every episode supposed to say that.
You committed yourself to that show.
And that's it.
It's an old one, that. The Arab, is it? It could just be an old Chinese drug boat that's drifted in. Macker slapped a label on it. Anyway, it's nearly 2 minutes of recording. My hands are freezing already. Could be the Isle of Arran boat, I don't know. Who cares? It's not the one I'm going on anyway. I'm going on the Herbiles, the other old girl. So the question is, where's the Finlagan? Where's our nice boat? What island's stolen that?